never actually said this before, but your room is really messy.
I've heard people mention before that girls' rooms can be surprisingly messy, but this is my first time actually seeing it firsthand. However, even I can tell that Ariel's room is abnormally messy, even when compared to the average girl.
Messy? I am mortified at such an implication. I am perfectly aware of where everything is, as they have all been placed for peak efficiency. Though a layman like you wouldn't understand, it's no exaggeration to say the inside of this room is linked to my brain.
Hey, I've got an important question. Where am I going to sleep?
There's a bed right over there. See? Use it to your crystal's content.
Are we really gonna live in the same room?
I understand what you're trying to say. I can imagine what thoughts go through the head of a boy who had a depressing childhood. You probably have some unhealthy fixations and are looking forward to experiencing some awkward moments. Am I right?
Not at all! I'm not really looking forward to anything.
Worry not. I won't make any such mistakes. Plus, I'm sorry to say I have absolutely no sexual interest in you whatsoever. It's similar to my feelings while looking at mitochondria. Though I may observe you as a specimen, I don't see you in terms of gender.
How can you casually say something so cruel? But I get it. I'm not gonna think of you as a girl either.
Yeah, that's good. After all, our purpose is not to become best buddies.
With that, Ariel takes out a cup of instant noodles and throws it at me, or throws it to me.
I made you a promise, after all. That is an extremely rare cup of instant noodles. Take it.
Ariel sounds regretful. She probably thinks I only chose her room because I wanted their noodles. Yes, her noodles. I'm not sure what to do with the cup. Ariel suddenly says she's going to take a shower and starts undressing on the spot. Even though she says she doesn't see me in terms of gender, this still bothers me. Not knowing where to look, I flee from the room. After being forced to retreat from such an unexpected event, I decided to take a stroll to prepare for my upcoming life in Celestia. Apparently, it's almost lights out. The only people who are walking around are the angels on guard duty, but this place isn't that strict. Without finding me to be especially suspicious, the angels give me a slight salute every time I pass them. I guess they already know I'm God. Now then, where should I go? This place seems like a plaza or park. The clear sky and quiet world heals my mind. Recent developments put me in such turmoil up to this point, I finally feel like I can take a breather. It looks like no one else is here. I sit down on the installed bench. As I sit here, I can't believe that this place is Celestia, and that it's in the midst of a war between angels and devils. Even though I wanted to be alone before I came here, I suddenly feel anxious being alone like this. I want to talk to someone. I want someone to listen to me. For someone who wanted to avoid interacting with people, to think that. But if I'm going to talk to someone, who should I choose? Obviously, Ariel.
You better entertain me. What are you doing here?
What a coincidence. The person I wanted to talk to suddenly appeared before me.
What am I doing? How should I put this? It got kinda hard for me to stay in that room.
I see. I don't really understand why, but it seems you've run away once again.
Ariel's words sting a little. There's no mistaking it. She's saying that I ran away when the devils attacked, instead of fighting with Jupiel.
Running away won't do anybody any good. First of all, you already know that there's no place to run.
Shut up. What did you come here for anyway? Did you come to keep an eye on me?
How rude. I'm not some woman of leisure who has the luxury of chasing a bird in an aviary with all of her free time. Nobody comes here at this hour. It's the perfect place to think by yourself.
I see. So this place is kind of like my rooftop, huh?
So, how was it?
What do you mean?
Obviously, I'm asking for your impression on fighting as God. What else is there for me to ask you?
It was awesome.
Are you a grade schooler? Can't you describe how you felt the fluctuations of the astral world? Or saw the mysteries of the crystal's energy?
I admit that my description was half-assed, but Ariel's examples don't make any sense.
I never thought I'd be able to do anything like that. It's an amazing power, but...
But?
I decide to confess the load I've been bearing to Ariel.
I abandoned all those injured angels around me, even when they begged for my help. Even if it was for the sake of saving as many people as possible. I focused on defeating the devils. Did I really make the right choice?
I think you did. Rather than treating the symptoms of the situation, you went after the root cause of the problem. Though we cannot measure it, since there's no data to compare it to, you saved many people as a result.
But it doesn't change the fact that I abandoned them.
That's right. You're the one who let them die. However, what's the point of confirming that fact? If that bothers you and you can't let it go, even though it's in the past, then you should have fought alongside Jupi from the beginning.
Ariel's words are far too just for me to even try to argue with.
I'm sorry. I really am.
Without thinking, words of apology spill from my mouth. My voice is slightly shaky as I apologize to the people who died.
Here.
Ariel throws something to me. Not expecting it, I scramble to catch it. It's a cup of instant noodles. I don't really know what she means by this gesture, but I get the feeling she must really love them.
What's this?
Instant noodles, of course. Furthermore, to be precise, they're Cupo noodles, chicken-flavored ramen.
I know that. What do you want me to do with it?
People tend to have negative attitudes when they're hungry. Eat that to fill your stomach. It should make you slightly more positive.
With that, Ariel walks away. Was she trying to make me feel better? I thought she was only interested in her research, but she might actually be generous. Well, I could be wrong. Actually, I'm about 80% sure I'm wrong. However, thanks to her consideration, I feel like my hurt has lightened a little. Alright. And we can grab a save here, so let's save new data. Ooh, and another trophy. Mission accomplished. Nice.
This place is...
Did you awaken?
You're...
From what I recall, this is the kid I saw in the dream I had on the rooftop.
We've met before, right?
That means I'm in another dream. But for some reason, I noticed that my consciousness is remarkably clear.
Leticia.
Huh? What was that?
Leticia Liveradius. My name. Nice to meet you.
Oh, your name.
Leticia Liveradius.
A foreigner? But we can communicate somehow. Maybe I'd better introduce myself too, even though this is just a dream.
Leticia, huh? I
know. Shin Kamikaze.
Did I ever tell you my name?
No.
Then how... Is it because we're in a dream?
Enjoy the other side of the door?
That's a weird segue. What are you talking about?
The other side of the door.
Other side of the door? Are you talking about Phantasma?
Have fun?
Not at all. First of all, it's not the kind of place you want to enjoy. Why do you ask, anyway?
It's a secret. I'll come again.
She disappeared. What in the world is going on?
What kind of dream is this? Is my subconscious trying to tell me something? But I don't know anything about dream analysis or how to divine dreams, so I have no idea what it could be.
Mission 2: The Vessel of God.
As I wake up, Ariel's face is right in front of me.
Yeah! Ariel!
I see, so you have woken up. Why are you so surprised?
Well, when you see a person's face staring at you the moment you open your eyes, you normally get surprised.
I see. That's a valid point. I was simply observing whether there are differences in your state when you're waking up versus going to bed.
If you're gonna do that, can't you observe me more normally? In fact, I'd prefer if you'd stop observing me altogether.
That is impossible. If I can't observe you, then there's no point in going to all the trouble of having you stay in my lab.
I guess that's true, but...
Oh, it's almost time for your meetup. You should hurry up and prepare for it.
Meetup?
Did you forget? Jupy said she's going to start training you. Training, training, training.
I totally just remembered something I wish I hadn't.
Just give it up. Anyway, you must be hungry. Even though you don't have much time, eat this.
As she says that, Ariel hands me a cup of instant noodles. Of course, she already has her own in her hands as well. After waiting exactly 3 minutes, without even looking at the clock, Ariel peels off the lid and starts slurping her noodles. It's like she has a 3-minute internal clock or something.
Can I ask you something?
About the truth of space-time?
Well, that in and of itself seems questionable. Anyway, do you really like instant noodles?
Of course I do. As long as you boil the water and wait 3 minutes, you'll have a warm meal to eat. It's such a splendid invention.
Don't you get bored?
Why would I? The variety of types of noodles, broths, and ingredients are immense. How could I ever get bored of it?
I'd like to ask, just for reference, but are there any cooking utensils in this room?
Cooking utensils? Oh, are you talking about a teapot? Or perhaps a beaker, or even a flask?
You can stop there. I already got all the information I wanted.
You sure ask strange questions. Not that I care. By the way, I also want to ask you something. Since having the Fade Awakening crystal installed inside you, has anything changed?
Has anything changed?
That girl first appeared in my dream when I was on the school rooftop. So that happened before I came here. So that shouldn't have anything to do with the Fade Awakening crystal.
I can't really think of anything in particular.
I see. Do you have any headaches? Are you feeling any nausea?
I don't think so.
Things are going smoothly then. Well, I am the one who created the crystal, so obviously it's perfect.
Hey, there's something I want to ask you.
You sure have a lot of questions. What I'm eating right now is chicken ramen. Would you prefer this flavor?
That's not it. What in the world is God?
What's God? Well, that's quite a philosophical question. First of all, I need to know your measure of God. Are you polytheistic or...
I'm not talking about the real God. I want to know about myself.
I see. I don't mind explaining, but I'm sure you probably won't be able to understand. Are you okay with that?
Please explain it in a way that a beginner can understand, as much as possible.
Fine. To put it simply, the god who was born with the Fate Awakening crystal is called the Heaven-Sent Child of Fate. They receive the divine protection of fate, as well as the ability to alter it. In a nutshell, they exist to govern fate.
Govern fate?
That's right. There is a place where the consciousness of all creatures is collected. That is where you can govern their fate. In that place, God, and by that I mean you, can wield an immense amount of power.
I don't really get it, but does that basically mean that I'll be using the power of fate to fight?
To put it simply, that's basically correct. You possess the power to alter fate. How you use that power all depends on you.
The power to alter fate, huh? If that's the case, if I learn to use it, does that mean no one else ever has to die? That I'll never regret anything ever again?
Good morning, Sir Shin. Did you sleep well last night?
Oh, sorry. Is it time for us to meet already?
No, it is 5 minutes prior. Though I may be a little early, I have come to pick you up. Now then, let us go.
She takes me by the hand and tries to lead me away, but Ariel stops her.
Hold it, Jupi. He hasn't finished his instant noodles yet.
However, it is time for his training.
I see. Are you saying he can waste food? To waste such rare, non-perishables during a time of war? You're quite the angel, aren't you?
Oh! Understood. He may have 4 more minutes. No, 3 more minutes, all right?
There you go. Kamikaze, you have 3 minutes to finish.
But there's still a lot left, and it's hot.
Stop complaining. Now hurry, you can do it.
Because I was forced to scarf down hot instant noodles, I suffered the disgraceful injury of having a burnt tongue. Okay.
Let us proceed.
Alright, so we will take a break here, and next time I guess we will be jumping on to the next event. Seems like the dungeons don't seem to be broken up with events like in the previous game. It seems like you get a ton of events, and then you have a dungeon, and then a ton of events after. So, until next time, thanks for watching.